Hello and welcome. Now, we've all seen videos. The best way to mod your Kalashnikov, the best how I mod my AK-47, how I mod my 74U, the best way, the best Kalashnikov available in the you know the titles. But me, after seeing all those titles, I've been beginning to wonder, are there any M4 videos about? Well, there are, just a small amount of them. And I've been beginning to wonder, because there are M4 fanboys in Tarkov as well. I'm not one of them, but I use the M4 quite a lot. So I decided I want to do my own version. Now, I actually use two different kinds of M4s. If you want to change some of the modifications, go ahead. I'm just showing you my recommendations. I can start with the first one. This version is going to be for CQB types of scenarios. If you're not interested in CQB, you can skip to this timeline for a longer version. But anyways, let's start with the close quarters type of. Now this M4 right here, this M4 you get when you trade 4 of those shotguns to Peacekeeper. Obviously I removed the grip, but you get the point. Now let's start with the stock. I actually do like the default MOE stock. It's nice, has good recoil control and good ergonomics. Forgot to show you the stats here. These are the stats. However, Peacekeeper sells these rubber butt pads. I should just add these to get a bit of ergonomics and a small bit of recoil conduction. However, I sometimes just straight up remove the entire stock and just replace it with this PDW stock. It's a nice stock, not too shabby. I like this as well. Now let's start with the rails. I usually just rock with this LVOAS. You can see the name right here. Because I just like the look of it, and it doesn't change the barrel like enough. It has good ergonomics of +10, I believe it is. Now to put some attachments right here, let's say a grip, I need to put some rails on it. I'm gonna put a 6-inch rail on it. And then if I really, this is optional, a 4-inch one. So on a 6-inch one, I'm just gonna put a shift grip, because this is basically the best grip in the game. Peacekeeper sells them, don't know what price it is, but they sell out really fast. Now the reason why I put this big handguard, I'm gonna show you why. For the muzzle right here, I'm gonna put this PSW CQB muzzle brake, because it's basically the same length as the handguard, so it makes sense to just put about the same size. Plus this is basically, as it says, close quarters combat. And this is optional, this only if you really want to. You can add a laser on it. I usually work with this X400 because it's basically both a flashlight and a laser. Plus, if you didn't know, extra weight on your gun basically means less recoil, especially on the front end of the gun. Also, I forgot to mention this. The barrel must be 260mm. Usually when you trade 4 shotguns for this M4, it's usually the 260mm. But in case if you just bought the regular version, make sure to change to this 260mm barrel. Anyways, moving on. For your sights, this usually is your choice, because some people like using the M4A1, some like the Weaver, some even like the crazy futuristic EOTech. I don't really like that because it just looks ugly. Don't like to use. The sight itself is good, I just don't like the look of it. Anyways, for me, I usually just work with this Weaver because the sight picture is really good and the frame is small enough so it doesn't obscure my vision. The grip, it has to be one of these Grales. I can't even say the name. Basically, you can see this, the skeletonized grip. Again, this too is the best grip for the M4s. The charging handle, you can see the name, Badger Ordnance Tactical Charging Handle Latch. It's nothing much, just extra ergonomics. Again, for ergonomics, especially for close quarters, that's really useful. Now magazines, I currently don't have any, but just the regular P-mags. Don't use the stand mags unless that's the only thing you have. I bought one anyways. Remember, this is exclusively for close quarters. I do not recommend using this for long range. Simply because, look at the recoil. Even an AK does better than this. But it's a small M4. It's a pretty shorty version. And if you really want, you can just straight up add a 60 rounder and just not give a damn. You can see the stats already. Also, I forgot about this as well. You're gonna have to strip down your gun pretty well. But basically this upper receiver, we're gonna replace this upper receiver with a vitol. I just call it a shiny version. The shiny hand. Because it's pretty much a shiny. Basically all it's just extra ergonomics. There we go. This is it. This is the best M4 for close quarter scenarios. Again, the sight is your preference. Now for the long range version, yes, this is an M4. Obviously, just add the vitol or whatever it said right here. I just call it a shiny one because it just looks cooler. Now just remove the MOE stock if you have it, of course, and replace the buffer tube with this Colt A2 buffer tube. It's a bit elongated, and we're gonna add this Magpul POS Gen 2 stock. Basically, it's the Remington stock. Grip, of course. The Grol S, or whatever, the skeletonized grip, of course. Barrel length, of course. Add the 370mm barrel. Handguard, I usually just work with this, the longest handguard I can, because it looks cool. Extra barrel length, meaning less recoil. We're gonna have to put this gas block, of course. At the muzzle, we're gonna have to put this KAC compensator. And then just add, oh wait, I don't have any space, hold on. And then just add this KAC suppressor. Why? Because this is the easiest suppressor I find. I always find at least one in factory runs. Just loot the green boxes and I usually just find one, just sitting around. Again, if I want to add a grip, I just need to put this 6-inch rail in there and just add the shift grip. Because I just, extra ergonomics. Hold on, I forgot the stats. Here are the stats. Extra ergonomics and less recoil, obviously. The sight, again, it's your preference, but if we're gonna be using a long range one, I usually just work with the hammer. Again, some people may like the Elcan, some may like the ACOG, some just love the Bravo. Again, it's your preference. Again, it's optional. If you really want to, you can just add a 4-inch guide and just... I don't have a laser. Gonna have to steal one from this. Again, it's optional. You can add a laser and a flashlight. Again, it's the X400 because it's both a laser and a flashlight. And it's pretty cheap and really easy to find. Magazine, obviously. The 60 rounder. Again, I forgot the stats. If you're gonna be using this for long range, you might as well get a 60 rounder. Now, this is pretty much a decked out M4. This is, again, it's the best one for long range engagements. The suppressor does help out with the recoil and obviously suppressing the sound of the M4. So you're pretty much like a stealth machine, a stealth killing machine. Charging handle, same, badge ordnance for the extra ergonomics. And this should be it. 2 decked out M4s, one for close quarters and one for longer range engagements. These are the best stat wise. Now I'm going to show you a bit of gameplay of me using these M4s. And hopefully I have helped somebody with their choices on how to mod their M4s. Now you might be asking me, why didn't I add a suppressor on the shorter variant? Because the suppressor adds an extra barrel length, which for close quarters, if you didn't know, if somebody gets really close up to you, you pull your gun upwards. Now these are usually the M4's I would rock. You may change them up if you really want to, but these are the best ones you can make. If you like this video, obviously leave a like and comment down below if this helped you. Or if you got any suggestions, go ahead, comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, it helps me out. I'm just a small channel that likes making guides and everything. I'm not one of these big fellas. So anyways, see ya on the next video.